Hi, I want to speak about a doubt or resistance that can come up towards tapping. So there's the idea, an understandable response of why would I go into tapping on my body and going straight into and admitting the uncomfortable sensation or experience I am experiencing. Like, why would I choose to voluntarily go to feel something and focus on something that is just so uncomfortable and that I'm trying to resolve and get away from, essentially? And so, contrary to what we would think and what generally we are taught, which is like focus on the positive and don't put your attention on the negative, just focus on what you want. I think there's obviously beauty in focusing on the positive. However, when it becomes an escape mechanism or a thing to try and cope, it's actually really not healthy. And I really know this from experience because I felt for years like I was drowning myself in positivity, trying to avoid all the negative that I didn't even know what it was and how to feel it in safety, etc. So the benefit of tapping on yourself and really admitting, like, whoa, what am I feeling here? What is really hard? And when we go into that space and feeling that, as we actually tap and repeat the phrases or repeat the negative beliefs or what is really uncomfortable, as we allow ourselves to speak it out, actually, whilst tapping on ourselves, it actually allows the charge and energy that's there to be released. So instead of saying it and you reinforcing it, you're saying it and allowing expression whilst tapping, which allows actually for that energy to clear. So you are discharging that belief and that negative experience. And when I say the word negative, I'm literally using that word to describe something that is potentially an unwanted experience or just uncomfortable and challenging and that you would like to transform. So we tap, we can clear the energy of the belief and of the emotion that is being experienced. And on top of this, something that I would really like to bring in is when we connect to ourselves in these spaces and we can actually bring notes of empathy in. Empathy is like a miracle worker for our emotional body, for our neuronal circuitry. And something that I learned recently that is so fascinating is that the application of empathy, self-applied or receiving empathy from another in relation or connection, it actually loosens up protein bonds that are in the synapses of your brain. So the application of empathy creates a release of protein bonds, which means that the structure of your synapses, the connections between neurons, are able to actually change. It's like rewiring, it's like creating a new pathway in the forest of your mind. It's allowing new space to free up, and in that space there is new opening, which translates into new opening into new sensation, and there's an actual change between cause and effect. So those spaces where tough emotion is felt or where there's reactionary feelings or habits or thoughts can be freed up, which is liberating. So that's that. So why focus on the negative? We can actually allow that to be a door for transformation, because we do have the tools to go into it, which can be tapping, practicing, self-application of nourishing emotional notes and words in practice and in session. Practice with yourself and in session with another person, and also in life with another, right? It actually gives, for me, I just loved it. I was like, whoa, it gives just an insight into what relating with another and feeling empathy in moments what that effect can have in the body and on the psyche. So I'll end up with saying that, and something that I'm reminding myself, that if you have to run away or find some type of escape from your experience of feeling to try feel free, that restlessness and avoidance won't truly solve or naturally allow for something new. This is something I remind myself on a regular basis, and just opening up the possibility now of saying, wow, there really can be change, especially if there's certain things that you have been feeling in your life repeatedly. There really is the possibility to create change in your own internal world there and experience something different. That's all for right now. If you have any queries and curiosities about EFT tapping, and question asking and self-inquiry work and what that is like and what can come of it, feel free to comment here. And also I'm hoping to make my email available, so if you would like to experience an EFT session or talk about more self-inquiry possibilities for you to connect with yourself, then this is something that I would love to make available and connect with you about. Have a beautiful day.